Good morning. My name is Beatrice Vincent. I am a mother. I am also a student at Lincoln College of New England, and my speech today is why should you not text while you're driving? As I told you previously, I'm a mother, but I am also a sister who 5 years ago had to drive from Jamaica Hospital in Queens to identify the body of my sister who had a car accident. The police report did say that there was a driver of a SUV, a silver SUV, that was driving on the opposite side. Did not stop for the red light because he was texting to his friend. He did not see the traffic light turn red, and he collided with my sister's Toyota Corolla at Queens Boulevard. Uh, he killed her instantly, and also my daughter, who they just came from a wedding of a friend of ours. I was supposed to go to that wedding that day. Unfortunately, I could not find any coverage for my on my shift at work that time, and I did not go. So my sister and my daughter did go to the wedding. On their way back from the ceremony, they had the car accident. My daughter sustained an ankle and ribs fracture due to the deployment of the airbag. My sister was only 30. She had a daughter who was 5, Michaela, and also she just celebrated her 30 years birthday. This terrible story is one among many other driving accidents that involve distracted drivers. My proposition today is a plea to the young generation or to the parents not to drive, not to be distracted while driving. I do understand the fact that with the revolution of technology, it's become necessary to remain up to date with the evolution of our surrounding. The world has become a big playground where everybody is sharing information. And because of the fast pace of society, when one person needs society, they want it right now. And with the evolution of technology, the information is right here, very small in the palm of your hand in the form of a smartphone. With the new smartphone, it's become easier for one not only to talk to friends and relatives, they can navigate social media like Facebook, Twitter, and also they can check their weather, they can check their stock, they can check so many things. They can navigate and they can check whether if they're driving, the close by restaurant and what's going to be on the menu. They can even manage their house on their phone. As a result, smartphone become very important part of everybody's life. My request today is not to shy away. My request today is not to shy away from technology. I would not dare ask the world to go back to the Stone Age. That's not my point on this page. We cannot limit ourselves to the openness of the 21st century. My plea today, though, is to stop the senseless death that could have been prevented. Senseless death, driving, being distracted, and not paying attention. I need to raise awareness on the pain of texting on and driving cars. The distracted driver does not only put himself or herself at risk, they put other drivers and passengers at risk. The popularity of mobile devices have some intended and dangerous consequences to the driver and his surroundings. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, In 2012, driver's distraction was the cause of 18% of all fatal car crash, totaling to 3,328 people killed in the United States. We crashes that result in injuries. 421,000 people were wounded, but they did not end up dying. 11% of drivers between age 18 to 20 who were involved in an automobile accident and survived admitted that they were sending or receiving text messages when they crashed. And visited Virginia Tech Transportation Institute found that text messages create a crash risk 23 times worse than driving while intoxicated. What is really alarming for parents and society at large, in 2012, Survey reported that 40% of American teens say they have been in a car when a driver used a cell phone in a way that placed people in danger. So, what's the psychology behind the phone use behavior, that intensity, that constant check of your phone even when you're driving? They have a different saying and also theory. Some author attribute that disease, I can say, to the fast-paced world that require things to be done right then, right now, and also to the fact that no one wants to wait. They don't want to wait for information. They don't want to wait to talk. They don't want to wait. And also, there's a theory that says there's a tendency for the young generation to multitask. They cannot. They think they can do everything at once, and they not conscious of their limitation. Uh, Over 90% of frequent driver, that one was on AT&T sponsored survey, said that they know texting and driving is dangerous, but that does not stop them from doing it. And the expert David Greenfield, founder of the Center of the Internet and Technology Addiction and assistant professor of psychiatry at the University of Connecticut, told Fox News in an interview that people drive more erratically than they are texting than when they were drinking and driving. We know that people are 6 times more likely to be in an accident if they are texting and driving. With an epidemic on the rise, such as cell phone use while driving, uh, I would expect the government involvement to be more intense uh, into the matter of taxing. Currently, believe it or not, there is no federal or national regulation that bans that that bans using wireless phone while driving. Uh, the government intervention is mostly targeted toward its employee. When its employee, that's their small share to the problem. On October 1st, 2009, the White House has issued an executive order stating that federal government should demonstrate leadership in reducing the danger of texting and driving, and that all federal employees shall not engage in text messaging when driving a government vehicle and when driving while on official government business. However, nevertheless, a number of states have passed laws banning texting and use of wireless phone while driving. And Washington is the first state that passed the ban, a texting while driving ban, and it was done in 2007. Currently, 46 states, including Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands, ban text messages while driving. 38 states ban altogether cell phone use while with people who just get their license or a novice driver. And some states, a little bit lenient, did require some hand-free use of wireless phone while driving, though the intervention of Bluetooth and that. The state intervention of banning the use of cell phone while driving is the first step into the solving the problem. But the best way to end distracted driving is to educate. We need to educate all Americans about the danger that texting while driving poses. It poses a problem to the driver, to the possible passenger, or to the population at large. The following is some example of what can somebody like me or you can do to eliminate some of those senseless deaths. One of them is don't use cell phone to check your message or social media while driving. You will have time for that. Number two is don't answer phone calls while you're driving. The person on the other line can absolutely wait. Or if it's you think it's emergent, you can pull over and place a phone call. And with the parents, number three is we need to set the rule in our family about distracted driving. And also, as parents, we need to lead by example. Children learn from their parents' behavior. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching what matters to you. Therefore, they will follow what you do. And with parents with teenagers, you need to give your children a clear instruction not to use wireless device while driving. Especially try to limit the amount of teenagers in one car because distraction is can happen. And as a person on the other line, if you place a call and you feel like the person is driving and the person tell you they're driving, um, offer the person to call back and hang up. Do not listen to, oh, it's okay, I can hear you. Just say, I'll call you back when you're not driving. These simple but important measures are helpful in eliminating distraction while driving. We need to have an honest conversation with ourselves. As such, what are we doing wrong? Honest conversation with our family, our children, and also our friends. We need to make it a point to tell our surrounding that it is not right, it is not safe to text while we're driving or to check our phone while we're driving or to be distracted behind the wheel. And by doing that, everybody will be on the same page. And who knows, you are saving a life. Maybe the next life you will be saving is your own. Thank you. How do I stop?